This is Dispatches from Myrtle Beach with my son Link from Good Mythical Morning. How you doing, Link?
Hello, Charles Neal. Do you usually introduce yourself, or am I crazy? You didn't say who you were, but I did.
Well, you did. You took a you fixed it for me. See, it's been a little while.
We're a good team.
I'm a little rusty. We good. I think as long as we been doing this, most people know who I am now.
Every episode, there's somebody new who's like, I'm going to check this out. What is going on with these guys? You never know, Dad.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people, I think, checking us out because I've had several people down here. When I tell them about it, and they say, "Well, we go start watching that."
That's right. Still a grassroots campaign in a lot of ways. If you're if you haven't told your friends about Dispatches from Myrtle Beach, now's the time to do it.
Oh yeah,
share the love.
Let them know.
Make our ears burn. Isn't that the saying, Dad? Your ears are burning.
Years, yeah. I had a guy tell me that about an hour ago on the phone. Says, "Did you? What is there something going on?" Because me and our Sunday school teacher at church, they were at a Bible study today, and they were talking about me. And I said, "Well, boy, if y'all was at church, I sure do hope it was good."
Yeah, was it?
He said it was. So.
Okay, but he said, "Are your ears burning?"
Yep, that's what he said.
Okay, all right.
Well, listen, I got a big surprise. Guess what? We won the second Signal Awards for the weirdest category. We won again.
Really? We two-peated?
Two-peated in a row. I'm telling you.
Wow.
I mean,
all right. I love it. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to be weird, but it's even better to be doubly weird. You know.
And when people like you and you're weird, that makes it even a lot better.
So this was the Signal Award for the weirdest podcast category.
That would be correct. Weirdest podcast category.
I know how it works. It's there's a fan voting component. So we got to say thanks to the
people voted
to the Myrtle Beasts. Thank you, Myrtle Beast, for voting, making this happen.
Cause I hadn't seen yet if you knew about it, but I mean, cause I am gonna tell you that Logan sent me the stuff and I did vote. You know, you got to vote for yourself. You got to believe in yourself.
Oh,
so I voted too, and voted for ear biscuits and all that stuff. So
who's weirder out of the two of us? Who do you think's really pulling weight for this award?
Well, I would have to say that would be me.
You think you're weirder than me?
Well, I don't do the same kind of stuff you do, but I think the people are voting because of me and you.
I agree.
More me than you.
I agree that you're the reason why we won the award in general. Yeah, I push the weirdness towards you, and you just waller in it like a pig. You like to waller in weirdness. You don't shy away from it. I think that's one of the reasons why this works.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I got a shy bone in my body, kind of like you. So I'll just walk up to somebody on the street and just tell them about Dispatches from Myrtle Beach. I mean,
we all know you will.
I'm proud of it. And that sometimes I ain't even got my shirt on that says, "Do you know who I am?" So,
and now you can say, 2-time winner of the weirdest World Wide Web podcast award. Of course, it's hard to say.
Yep.
2-time winner of the Weird Award. Try that on 5 times fast.
Two-time winner of the Weird Award.
Where are you going to put it? On your mantelpiece? You got room?
Not right now.
You got to build an addendum to your mantelpiece.
I'm gonna have to build another little cabinet or something because Nancy's got the mantelpiece decorated with flowers and Halloween stuff and all that good stuff. So
Okay.
I can't be messing up her mantelpiece.
Hey, it's a good problem when you've got to build a cabinet because you're winning so many awards.
Maybe I'd take some of these pictures off the wall in here when I was the president of the Shag Club in the 25th year and won that big award for that. And,
you don't need to take any awards down. You just need to keep piling them up.
no, I was going to put it in with all the rest of
yeah.
them.
That's right. Do it.
No, I ain't taking it down.
Okay. All right.
I like that one. Yeah.
So what else is going on?
Well, being as we're gonna catch up on some stuff, I got a text message from your mama the other night.
Okay.
And it was all good, but I was really kind of, for me to get put back a little bit. So the text message said, were y'all serious about me coming down and seeing you and Nancy and coming to the beach? And
yeah, because you invited him. You invited Mom down to the beach.
Yeah. So, but but she said, I want to come down there and go out with y'all and watch y'all dance.
That's great.
So I texted her back one time, Link, and I said, the heck with this. I called her up.
You're not much of a texter. That's right.
No, so I called her up so me and Nancy both could be on the phone, because it's really the reason your mama and my wife now feel comfortable about doing stuff is because my wife she likes Sue, likes your mama, and it's just like Nancy says. Nancy always says, Sue ain't never done nothing to me.
That's true. It's true.
So besides, I love it. Like when Lance got married and the things we told about, your mama sitting on one side of me, and then what Nana told, and then and Nancy sitting on the other side of me. So I told somebody about it and says, sounds like you're going to have a wise sandwich down there at your house.
You don't always have to be the meat and the sandwich. They can, when she comes down there, Nancy can take her shopping and,
oh, yeah.
Barefoot landing or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
True.
But I thought it was, I think that's a testimony to my wife now and your mama. And, lets you know that sometimes when you get a divorce and stuff goes on, that people can get along.
That's right. Yeah, it is a good lesson to learn. To see that in action is nice. And I know that Mom's going to join us for Thanksgiving. We're already laying out those plans. But when is she coming down to the beach? Did y'all pick a date already?
Well, this was the other funny part. We said, we have to kind of go back and forth on the weekend to go see Nancy's mama and do this and that. And your mama told us, said, well, all you got to do is let me know about 2 days in advance. I can be right on down there. I ain't got to have much of a notice. I said, well, that'll work. And then she started telling me, said, is this the way you go? And she just told me the directions, exactly how to get down here. So me and Nancy felt good about her driving down here and getting to the house and everything. So
yeah, y'all got a guest room set up and everything, like in the downstairs part. There's like a whole separate kind of apartment area.
Oh no, there's somebody staying down there.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
What is this? Is this another ex-wife or what?
No. This is something I don't want nobody much to know about, because I don't want the government to know about it. But there's somebody staying down there.
Let's say you got a security guard. I
got a security guard. Yeah.
You got a bouncer down there. So if anybody tries to come and try to steal that weird award,
that would be correct.
That's right there. Mm-hmm. So don't come knocking unannounced.
So, I don't know how many people can email me at ratherbeshagging53@aol.com and tell me that their ex-wife is coming to stay with their new wife and going to go out dancing with us. I would just like to see how many people can send me in a story about that. So
yeah, I would like to see
on.
that too. I want to see somebody brag about having a better relationship with an ex if they're remarried than
right.
you got right now.
Yep.
All right. Let us hear it.
And then, Link, I think I told you a little bit about, but we had SOS down here.
Right.
And
what's that stand for? It's like the dance festival.
Yeah, we had and they got a thing called Fun Monday, and we had 4 different bands down here, and boy, I had a large time.
Can you prove it?
Yes.
All right. Oh, what's this? You got this is you shirtless.
Oh yeah,
taking
getting me a
selfie.
suntan and having a good time.
And who's that behind you? Is that your bodyguard and your other bodyguard?
That's my other buddy having a good time, Graham Parker.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, holler out to Graham Parker. Woo, look at all those young people. Everybody bought a chair.
Oh yeah, I went down at 6 o'clock in the morning and put ours out.
Oh, and here we go. We are doing some dancing. Oh yeah, cutting a rug. Oh, and I like how it goes from horizontal to vertical, landscape to vertical. Now, Dad, I couldn't help but notice that the two of y'all were cutting a rug. Like y'all could be seamstresses with how many cuts you were making in that rug. But I also couldn't help but notice nobody else was dancing. What in the world?
There was some other people off and on dancing, but
I mean, y'all are keeping it real. Y'all are actually dancing. You're not just sitting in chairs. Good for y'all. Y'all are being the good example. You're being the party people.
I like to get up and have a good time and dance.
That's right. Get your blood flowing.
Just have a good time. That's what it's all about. That's what Fun Monday's about. It's having fun.
That's right. You're the ambassador of Fun Monday down there. Unofficial fun ambassador. Funbassador.
Yeah. Got a new word.
Yeah, that's you.
Funbassador.
Captain Funbassador. That's you. You can introduce yourself that way. Do you know who I am? I'm Captain Funbassador.
And listen, I had that shirt on that day. Do you know who I am?
Yeah.
And I had a couple of people say, I don't know who you are, but tell me who you are. And I told them all about Dispatches from Myrtle Beach.
It works every time.
And they were, hey, one lady was she got a pen out and was writing it down. Mm-hmm. Like for Dispatches from Myrtle Beach and for y'all's show, Good Mythical Morning. So, I keep doing my job.
See, that's another aspect of being the Funbassador. You're always directing people to something that enriches their life. Stand up and dance, watch our podcast, listen to the other show. Yep, there you go.
It's time for another edition of Myrtle Beach Mailbag. Well, Callie sent me an email in and says, what have been some of your nicknames over the years and any good stories behind them?
This is perfect because I just gave you a new one.
Funbassador, that's right.
Captain.
We're going to add that one.
Funbassador.
Captain, okay.
Yes.
This one's kind of strange, but
really,
when I worked at the prison department, I had a nickname called Bodacious Bo Neal. That's what the inmates call me. Because they tell me, said, we can't figure this out. Said, you ain't scared to get in a fight with us, or if we in here fighting, you just get right in the middle of it. So, and there ain't many people down here that work here that'll do that. And I said, well, it's my job to break it up. And that's, I think the first day I worked there, I had an inmate to run up to me and get right up in my face, and I just floored him, knocked him to the ground.
And, okay. Well,
I said, well, I don't reckon I'll probably have a job here no more. And but I had a good lieutenant, and that guy didn't ever run up and get in front, because that was kind of how my name got started, Bodacious Bo Neal. So I have had a nickname that, and I have had.
Well, hold on. Can I ask about the bodacious? It just seems like when I hear the word bodacious, I think of like 1990 surfer. Like, you're rad and bodacious. I didn't know that bodacious meant that you were like scrappy. Bodacious.
Oh yeah, I would think you could have some scrap with bodacious. You have to.
Okay.
If you're going scrap, you gotta have some bodacious stuff with you to the nerve to do it and keep doing it. So, and
that's cool. That's a cool name.
James. There's a lot of people out there that's heard of James Bone Crusher Smith.
Yeah, the boxer.
He was the boxer. Well, he and I worked together at the prison department.
Really?
And he has a golf tournament now, and every time he calls me, he don't call me Charles. He said, I want to speak to Bo Neal. That's what he
said. Now, he had a lot of, he was like a showman, right? Like, didn't he come up with lots of funny sayings and stuff? Am I thinking the right guy?
I think so, yeah.
He wasn't the one that named you, was he? It was the
No, it was the inmates.
Okay.
Didn't name me. But
Bodacious Bo Neal will
knock
you to the floor.
But you can believe, between me and him, when we worked together on second shift, they stayed pretty straight while me and him was working, because they knew that, because he's a big guy, man.
This was after he was the boxing champion?
No, before.
Oh, okay.
And I got a set of hands on him about like that right there. I mean, oh Lord.
Oh wow.
So Callie, that's about as many of nicknames that I've had over all the years and everything. So
bodacious.
Well, I got another email from Jackson P.
Okay.
And it says, if you and Nancy were to break up, and he's got in parentheses, which I know you won't, what would be in your dating app profile?
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's your grinder look like?
Well, I'm probably going to break Jackson's heart on this one, because Jackson, I ain't got to have no dating app. I mean, if something were, it's kind of like what Nancy says. If she were to pass on before I do, there'd probably be a woman over here at the house in the next week or two. You're trying to run me down. I said, well, that ain't gonna happen, honey. But she said, oh yeah, you can't live by yourself. So, but
yeah, she knows.
But Jackson, I really, in all the years when I was growing up and dating and running around and all the stuff that I did, I didn't have to have no app. I kind of just had them kind of flock to me, so I don't need an app to have a woman to come and want to spend time with me. I'm sorry.
Well, don't be so modest. Don't give yourself some credit, Dad. Come on.
I am.
Oh yeah, this is you being modest. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep that.
It is about dating.
Hey, you gotta. You were.
But if you got it,
you were always dating somebody.
Always.
You never didn't have a girlfriend, like.
No, I had girlfriends.
They were overlapping.
And I had one over there. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That was
all right.
All different towns and all different places. So maybe the other ones didn't know about it. So, but yeah. So I'm sorry, Jackson. I don't know what I might would get an app, but it probably just have my picture on it, and that'd be it.
But he's being modest. He can really let you know what he thinks, but he's clearly not. Okay.
Well, and I knew that might not go over too well, but hey, I'm telling the truth. I'm just honest about it.
I mean, Nancy's talking about, hey, if I died, you'd have somebody in here. But she kind of put it back on you. It's like you can't live by yourself.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I don't like being alone.
Okay, you like companionship. All right, you like somebody else to like snap the green beans with you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, we get it. Me and her, it's two peas in a pod. I'm telling you.
Hey, look, keep the analogy going. I mean, by looks at how everybody's sitting down and at the SOS, it does remind me of when Papa and Nana, like when Papa was getting up in age, they would still go dancing, and Nana would get tired and sit on the side, and then all these other women would line up to dance with Papa for hours.
Me and Nancy went with him a couple of times. It was the beatingest thing I ever seen. Hey, I ain't saying they'd just be lined up. They'd about get in a fight to get in line to get to dance with Papa. I'm telling you, it was.
And he loved it. I mean,
I'm telling you.
Even when he got to the point where he could barely see, he could still do a little
He
shag.
could still dance. Oh yeah, he could. He could still do a dance. He sure could.
I mean, it just goes to show you, if you stay active, if you stay present, and you stay in the future, there'll be lining up for you one day.
Yep.
Do you think you're going to outlive Nancy? I mean, what's going to happen here?
I mean, it's come up a little bit, but I mean, both of us her daddy lived till he was 87 and Papa 89, and her mama's still living. She's like 88 now, and then
that's right.
Nana's still living. She's 91, so
you got some longevity on both sides.
I might drop dead tomorrow, but we got some pretty good genes on both sides. I had a good friend, and I won't go bring this up, but I had a good friend that passed away 2 weeks ago, and right up above where we live here, Billy Harrington, and him and Lewis were best friends. They played ball together in high school and college.
I recognize the name.
University. And he was at Lewis's funeral. Well, he fell down a set of stairs in the place where we used to have, and that happened on Saturday night, and then nobody found him till Monday morning.
Oh no, that's so sad.
That's sad. It was, and he's as good a friend as I ever had. And this guy never met a stranger. Me and him used to run around together years ago, and I mean, he was a good guy. So you don't never know.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have thought that.
Right.
So just sometimes when it's your time, it's your time. Yeah.
And in the meantime, you live it up as much as you can.
Yep. Get up and keep going. Yeah. That's right.
It's kind of like hope for the best and also plan for the best. It's like, but then be careful around stairs.
Now it's time for a word from our sponsor. We got a question from Dustin Briggs. Is visiting Myrtle Beach for his birthday this month with his wife and kids, and is asking for dinner date suggestions.
Oh, so this is one of those still not getting paid for it?
Still not getting paid for it.
Okay. Do your best anyway.
But I don't mind doing this because and Dustin, you're going to probably need to find the first thing I'm going to tell you to go to is called the Sea Captain's House.
Oh, another
this
captain.
This place it's an old house. This place has been there like, I think about 58 or 60 years, and been a restaurant there that long. But it sits right on the ocean, and so you're probably going to need to find a babysitter. You can take your kids with you if you want to, but for you and your wife to have a nice romantic evening, and to come out, you need to take her down to Myrtle Beach to the Sea Captain's House. Because, man, you talking about the atmosphere, you sit right down, make your reservation, and you make it to where they sit you right where you can see the ocean coming in and the waves coming in, and it's got a beautiful view, and y'all can have a nice romantic dinner and just have a good time for your birthday and doing all that. And then when that's over with, then you can just get back in your car.
Okay, yeah.
And go back, and get back in your car, and then you can go back and pick the kids up.
Oh no!
And take them to Broadway at the beach, where all the places are. You can take them downtown to Myrtle Beach and ride that big Ferris wheel down there. And boy, I broke your heart, doesn't it, Link? I'm telling you.
Well, you left out the good part. But just before you pick up the kids, I mean, depending on how big the rental car is, just just do what comes naturally.
So, and if you want to, you can just leave them with the babysitter, and you and your wife go to Broadway at the beach.
Okay.
And finish having a wonderful evening. So, but you might be the kind of guy that want to include your children in your birthday too. But you might be the kind of guy, kind of like me, that just wants to have your wife all to yourself and keep having a good time with her that night.
Can Dustin bring his ex-wife as well?
Yeah, he could bring her if he wanted to,
right.
But I don't think Dustin I don't think Dustin probably ain't been married but one time, so he ain't going to worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Dustin, you've only been married once. You heard it here.
Well, we're gonna do a don't tell Nana.
Oh no.
Thing now.
Okay. I promise I won't tell her.
Don't tell Nana. I was probably about 20 or 21, and I was dating another girl up in Raleigh,
okay.
And I went and picked her up and carried her to the Aerosmith concert.
Aerosmith.
I'm telling you.
Okay. And so what year was this if you were 21?
That'd be like 72. 1970.
This is early Aerosmith. This is like Dream On era.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Pre-Love in an Elevator.
All kinds of stuff. That's what's interesting about this Aerosmith concert.
Oh, yeah.
And when I was growing up back then, you could find a little place where you might could get a little joint and smoke a little marijuana and drink a cold beer and do some stuff and everything. But, when you went to this Aerosmith concert, you didn't have to worry about having none of that stuff. Carry it with you or nothing. Because all you had to do was all them people that was lined up, you just get in that little line. Whether or not you wanted to take a toke or do anything like that, just do like this. And just take a deep breath.
Okay, yeah.
And me and this girl, she kind of liked that stuff. So when they'd pass, listen, we didn't know these people from Adam, but hey, they let us join right in, and we had a big time at the Aerosmith concert. And then
how big?
Big.
Okay.
We just had a good time.
Oh, okay.
And everything. So by the time we left, and I'd probably had several beers and everything, so we had to go to the car, and I said, and it takes a long time to get out up at Raleigh where the concert's at. I'm trying to think of what it used to be called up there, but anyway, there's thousands of people there.
Yeah.
So we just sat in the car and kind of talked and went on about our business and done and things, and then when it got spread out, and I thought I was able to drive.
Spread it out. What are you talking about? Yeah. When what got spread it out?
We didn't get nothing like that spread it out. We were just talking about stuff and stuff going on.
You're the one who said it. I just asked him to clarify.
I don't know. So
I think you were saying when time passed.
Yeah.
Okay. When time spread out.
That's right. When time spread out. So we were. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. That's
okay. Well, you can't get me in trouble for something when I was 21 anyway. So
that's true.
I had enough trouble.
And we're not going to tell Nana.
No. So I carried this girl home, and this was about time we got home was about 2:00, and we talked a little bit, and I said, well, I got a long way to go, and I'm not trying to be too forward. Thought maybe I might come back and see her again, which I never did, but
okay.
So I went and got in the car and was leaving.
Oh God.
And that was when I had a 66 Chevy 2 Super Sport. And Ernie Bird had a brand new 1972 Monte Carlo. And when I got ready to leave that night, he said, I want to drive your car. And I said, all right, you going to let me drive yours?
He was there, or you met up with him?
No, we lived at the same house outside of Lillington.
Okay, you got back home, and then you wanted to swap cars.
So we switched cars, and I went up there and picked her up and did all that. So about 2:00 in the morning, I was coming back down 421.
In his car?
In his car.
Gotcha.
In 401 on the highway, and all of a sudden, there was a blue light behind me.
Pew, 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 pew.
This ain't good. And so the police officer come up there, the highway patrol officer come up there and shined a light down in the car and asked for my driving license, and I had to reach over there, and I said, this ain't my car. I reached over there to get the registration out, and he jerked the door open and jerked me out of the car.
Oh, wow.
And laid me down on the ground. And I didn't know, but this was when Ernie was a Secret Service agent, and his pistol slid out from under the seat and was laying in the floorboard of the car.
What?
And when he shined the light down there, he saw the pistol. And just like, I mean, I'd have done the same thing. And he jerked me, and he said, why didn't you tell me there was a gun in the car? And I said, hell, I didn't know there was a gun in the car. I said, this ain't my car. I done told you that. So they got him, and there was another police officer, highway patrolman had already got there. So they were both standing over me.
Oh, wow.
With me laying prone on the ground.
Oh, wow.
And then they kind of looked at my driving license, and this is when Papa worked for the sheriff's department before he was the chief of police in Lillington, and they asked me, said, is Lincoln Neal your daddy? I said, yes, sir. And that's when they kind of lit up on. He said, okay, you can sit up. You can't get up, but you can sit up. So they let me sit up and lean up against the car. So I said, well, what are they going to do now? So they took the gun, took my driving license, all that stuff, and went back to the car and checked all that stuff out. So they come back to the car, and they said, well, we're going to let you go, but we're not going to give you that pistol back. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. It ain't mine, and it's a Secret Service agent's pistol. I said, and if I don't carry this pistol back with me, when I get back to where we live at, I'll either have to kill Ernie Bird or he'll probably want to kill me. I said, it'll be that bad that I had his pistol confiscated.
Yeah.
And so they said, well, we ain't giving you the pistol back. So I said, well, there ain't no need to, I had enough sense. There ain't no need me arguing with a highway patrolman.
Good.
So I got in the car and was going on down the road. And right before I got out of Wake County, going into Harnett County, going home, the blue light come on again.
Again?
And they pulled again. And the highway patrolman pulled up there, and he walked up to the car and knocked on the window, and he said, I rolled the window down. He said, if you're going to borrow somebody's car, I would make sure to try to find out if they had a pistol. And I said, man, you ain't got to worry about that now. If I borrow this car again, I'm going to find out what all's in it. I'm going to open the trunk up and make sure there ain't something else in there or something else. And he said, here's the pistol. Everything you told us was the truth. We set it back, and he said, and that highway patrolman said, my sergeant that was over us that night told me, says, I don't care what you do. Before you get off of work tonight, you find that boy that was driving that car and give him that pistol back, because we don't want nothing to do with it. That's what he said. We don't even want to know we seen that pistol.
It's good to have friends in the right place.
So it ended up turning out pretty good, but it was a hell of a night to start with, and a hell of a night at the end.
Okay,
getting started.
Yeah, but you were back in the saddle again.
I'm telling you.
I had to get an Aerosmith reference in there. But Dad, this is the reason why you kept raising so much hell, because you'd always find a way to weasel out of it.
Yeah, well, I raised some hell.
You got shook up. Did it straighten you out?
No.
Exactly.
Not even close. No.
If you're listening and you know anybody who knows Nana, don't tell them.
Don't tell her.
And if you tell them, don't tell them not to tell the other person. Tell Nana, because Nana we're not telling Nana.
Well, Link, I'm telling you,
it's been a good one.
It's been fun having all y'all here with us today. And Link, in case you forgot, I just wanted to remind you that you got a special set of balls.
Oh yeah, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Captain. Hold on, what did I call you, Captain?
I done forgot.
I forgot too.
Funbassador.
Oh yeah,
Captain Funbassador.
If it wasn't for Logan, what would we do, Dad?
I'll write that down. I won't forget.
Write it down,
Captain Funbassador.
Captain Funbassador. You could end this one with Captain Funbassador signing off.
Yeah. All right. So don't forget to tune in next week for another mini dispatch, and please click and follow and subscribe button for us wherever you get your podcast and on YouTube. And don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
And if you got a joke, a question, or comment you'd like to share with me, email me at ratherbesagging53@aol.com. And we can't wait to spin your world around again next time with the Funbassador. Captain Funbassador. Yeah, y'all come on back next time. We're going to spin your world around again one more time. So it's been fun, Link.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right. Love you, Dad.
Love you.
Bye.
Okay.